Howdy, how y'all doing? This is George Footless Rambler. We've made it to the Spiral Jetty here on the Great Salt Lake, and take a beautiful look at it. We're looking across the jetty itself. Over here we got Nevada and the Great Salt Lake sitting in here. A little bit dry, but certainly we are here to enjoy the walk and the weather. So come on, let's go do the Spiral Jetty. As you're driving out from Salt Lake City to this Spiral Jetty, the Spiral Jetty is an earthwork sculpture built on the northeast shore of the Great Salt Lake. It's by Rozel Point in Utah. It was constructed in April 1970 and is considered to be the most important work of American sculptor Robert Smithson. It is built entirely of mud, salt crystals, and basalt rock. When I first went out to the jetty, and I'm talking about many years ago, we had to rough it with a four-wheel drive truck, and really it was just a poorly built four-wheel drive road. The Spiral Jetty for the longest period of time was fully submerged in the lake. Not really interesting to go see, but you just had to go see it. You needed a canoe or kayak just to get around the jetty. Maybe not so much today. You just need to get around Rozel Point. Drive until you hit that parking lot where the road ends.
Yeah, and we just went right out, right on the jetty, and was able to play in the water.
Yes, it's right there. Driving out from the jetty, as you turn from the freeway, and you're going to drive on a nice paved road to the visitor center of the Golden Spike National Historical Park, you're going to pick up a map and a direction how to get to that jetty. From that point on, though, it is, and now, a nicely graveled dirt road. Don't need a four-wheel drive. Buyers beware. There is no restroom or portable water, so you need to bring your own. There's also no trees, just tumbleweeds, and basalt rocks that you may need to hide behind to do your private thing. You might need a shovel. Before you head down to the jetty, walk up this great hill full of basalt, material they made the jetty from. And as you go up, there's going to be a plaque that was donated by the Boy Scouts of America. Take a minute, read it, and of course, watch out for those brine flies. Take some time and look at this great panoramic view of the great dry Salt Lake. Yeah, pretty dry now. And what a view to see the Spiral Jetty. Robert Smithson reportedly chose this Rozel Point site based on its blood red color of the water and its connection with the primordial sea. Well, this red hue is no longer there because it just has sand. But when I came here last, it was beautiful. This red hue water is due to the presence of salt-tolerant bacteria and algae. The contractor, Bob Phillips, used 2 dump trucks, a large tractor, and a front-end loader to haul the 6,650 tons of rock and earth into the lake. But that's not all. This basalt artwork was constructed twice, yes, the first time requiring 6 days. After completing the sculpture, Smithson called the crew back and had the shape altered to its present-day configuration, an effort requiring 7,000 more tons of basalt rock and an additional 3 days. So we're here at the Spiral Jetty, and right now you can sit there and see that we are really in a drought condition. No water out here at all. Last time I came out here, we had this beautiful pink water, and we would jump out and just float right here, and it ain't gonna happen today, is it? And hopefully we get some rain coming soon. It'll bring up the lake level. This is supposed to be out in water, but it's not. It's just in a sand trap now. It's still cool looking, but it's not what it should be. So let's walk around it and see the Spiral Jetty and enjoy our time out here. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It is National Park Day, and we're just going to enjoy our time here. This jetty forms a 1,500 foot long, 15 foot wide, clockwise coil jutting from the shores of the Great Salt Lake. And for our European friends, to take that into metrics, it's 460 meters long and 4.6 meters wide. Yeah, and if you look at it, no matter if it's in metric or feet, it looks the same. Amazing.
Gonna make it out here to the point?
We didn't follow it all the way around, but I don't want to do that.
A quicker walk now without the water in here, isn't it?
Take a shortcut right through the middle.
Here, let me get you a picture on the point. Come around. Gonna go around here. Gonna go this way. Then it's gonna go that way. And then it's gonna go that way. Oh, it's going every way. And around, one more time. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. And all the way to the end. Way back there. Wow. That was a spinny moment. There's a reason why they call it the Great Salt Lake, because it has a lot of salt, very deep in salt. This right here is very salty. So that's just kind of fun coming out here, find some salt, take it home, grind it up, and now, well, this is really not really edible salt, but certainly it's fun to see the Great Salt Lake and the layers and layers of salt it has. Fun, isn't it?
Since the drought, the salt that covered all this area has migrated away. So now you're walking on sand, but in the past you just walk on layers and layers of salt. Where the salt's gone, well, probably right back to the water. Now it's time to leave this wonderful activity we've had here on the lake bottom, and we're going to go ahead and drive off a little bit, not far from this location, and look for some gypsum crystals. These gypsum crystals, which calcium sulfate with water, are formed on top layers of moist, salty clay. And you know what? At the lake here, we have all that. It's moist, it's salty, and there's clay. So let's go ahead and see if we can find some crystals. All you really need is some shoes you can get wet, a shovel to dig in the clay, and a bucket to put your specimens in.
So we're out here a little bit past the Spiral Jetty. It's kind of like a straight jetty coming out. Down here we can dig up some gypsum, so it'll be fun to go out and do that. This is not clamming, this is digging for a mineral called gypsum. So we're gonna find a hole, dig, and see if we can find any.
The gypsum crystals that we're looking for is called the Utah Dirty Diamond. They're not real diamonds, but they have the shape of a diamond, and it's just a pretty cool specimen to find.
You can see they've been mining here though. So this is a big mining area right here, but we're not finding anything right here, so we're gonna move to another location.
Let's go ahead and head over here where no one else has been digging. We just might have some better luck. Kind of like fishing. Don't like one spot, move to another one.
If it's in the sand, we don't know if it's in the sand or in the clay. Oh, right there. That looks shiny. So it is in the clay. It is in the clay. Got another one?
And just like any of our travels, it's a lot more fun exploring than being at a day of work, even if you're digging in mud.
That's the one I was heading with the shovel. It's a big piece.
There we go. We found a Utah Dirty Diamond. Gypsum crystal that fits within the scope of what we call the diamond.
It's a really thin one. Like glass. Thin one and a nice big one.
Nice big one.
The day's getting late, and it's time to maybe to head off to get some Chinese buffet. Yep, I'm hungry.
Part of the reason on taste.
And it's another 2 hours back to Salt Lake on a rough, bumpy road. Thank you for joining us on this great educational outdoor adventure. Who knew you could find a Utah dirty diamond in the mud of the Great Salt Lake? Or even walk around a national recognized larger than life-size sculpture in northern Utah. And it's only about 2 hours away from downtown Salt Lake City. Let me personally express that these videos that I make are for you and for you to enjoy or even hate. But please do me a favor and comment below on some of the adventures that you may have been on or some of the treasures that you found. Share with our traveling communities. I know they would like to know. Subscribe or you may not be that diamond in the rough. This is George. Really enjoyed digging the mud. The Fearless Rambler signing off.